Gather around, friends, new and old, and welcome to the Roast and Toast podcast. We are your hosts, Jennie, Philip, and David.
Roast and toast.
The Roast and Toast.
Roast and toast.
Roasting and toasting.
It's very hard to say the name of our new podcast without saying it in a Minnesotan accent. At least for me, I think we all have our different versions.
I don't know. I'll get there. It might be roast and toast.
Roast and toast. Oh,
Roast
there we
and
go.
toast.
Little cowboy,
Little
little
roasting,
Matthew
little
McConaughey.
All right.
So what's new this week, y'all? We have a brand new episode right here, right now. How about David? You mentioned you had a little story before we came and started recording.
Right. I feel like it's been a few weeks since I've actually had something to share. I feel like every week I'm like, yeah, no, nothing. But today, I went to the gym today and I decided to walk because the weather is lovely. And on the side of the street, there was a little baby bird that had fallen, I think, from the tree because there were like feathers all around and like.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was clearly not able to fly, and it was it was on just like on the sidewalk. And so I was like stopped, and I was like, and it was clearly like panicked to trying to get. It wasn't too little. It was like clearly aware. It was trying to get away. So I like kept my distance, but I was like, God. Why do I got to be such a good person? I feel like I got to do something. And this old lady came by and she was like, oh, we should call the number. I don't know what it is, though. And I'm like, well, luckily we have these things in our pockets that can access a network of information.
That's true.
So I Googled animal control or animal like emergency vet, whatever. I just Googled.
Right.
And I found a number and I called. And here I am thinking, like, this is a pigeon. Like, these people have like dogs stuck in wells, or cats stuck in trees, or injured cows to go tend to. I don't know.
Cows.
That have been tipped.
So I'm
mercilessly,
telling this woman on the phone, like, hey, there's a pigeon on the side of the road that's like, it's like a baby pigeon, and she's like, listen, guy. It's springtime. There's a lot of baby birds. The parents are gonna like. Hopefully, the parents come, and I'm like. No, you don't understand. This bird is like on the sidewalk. It's injured and it's on the sidewalk. Now, I really didn't expect them to do anything because, again, I was suspecting that they were too busy with like pets and like there's a fox caught in barbed wire, like a dead baby bird or an injured baby bird. No, sorry, guy. But she was like, oh, it's injured. Okay, yeah, we'll be there.
Oh,
can you wait there? So they're like, can you wait there? And I was like. Yes, I can wait here with this injured pigeon.
This little baby bird.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, we'll be there in 20 minutes. It was like more like 45 minutes. And that is why I was late to the podcast today.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'm happy to hear that they still did something.
Right. Hopefully this baby pigeon is alive because I was late to the podcast.
Oh, well, you did the right thing, and that's totally okay. Well, nothing much happening here. I actually have decided to end my social media break a little early. Technically, I should have.
You were going to say end my social life.
No, I couldn't
talk to
do
me
that.
Ever again.
Goodbye, everyone. I'm out. Peace. No, I just realized, you know what? I could go the full 30 days. Was like, you know what? No, I would rather. I think I can go ahead a couple of days and just go ahead and log back on. So I'm back on now. Yay. All social media platforms. Thank you. Other than that, not much else to report. Shows are still going well. Oh, I have decided to start watching the collection of Wes Anderson. I have never seen any of his movies.
Any of them?
Never.
Wow.
I've only seen a couple, but they're weird.
They're weird, but I'm fascinated by the visual style that he does for cinematography. It's so pretty to look at. I can't look away.
Yeah, it's like a painting.
I will save which movie I decided to watch first for my That Slaps. So stay tuned.
Oh, okay.
But I'm currently in the middle of The French Dispatch, and so far I'm really enjoying it.
Haven't seen that one.
Phil, what's new with you this week?
Guys, I don't know if you've ever done a very dumb thing, but I did this week.
I've never done anything dumb.
Yeah, never, not once. So I ran out of hair styling. Believe it or not, my hair does not just happen like this. I have to do a little something. And it's a pomade And so I go on Amazon and I'm half asleep and I finally give in. I'm like, you know what? If they have it on Amazon, why would I need to go local and go somewhere that's a store that's halfway across town just to buy it? I can buy it off of Amazon, right? And so I look at the options and I don't even think about the actual price for whatever reason because I have gift cards. So I know that I can cover it, whatever it is. And I go to find out what the cheapest per ounce is, as I normally do whenever I go shopping for anything like Walmart or whatever. And now that you're an adult, that's actually something that I cared about that I never cared about when I was younger, whatever. So now I just go by that. Finally, the shipment comes in this week. I'm very excited. And this puppy's heavy. I'm like, what the hell? So just to clarify on what I'm expecting, I expected a 4-ounce little container that like is like you can contain within your thumb and pointer finger, right? Like it's not that big. What I paid for that I eventually looked at now is a 2-pound tub. Do you know how big of a difference that is whenever you're expecting 4 ounces to 2 pounds? My God. Whenever I go to the bathroom now, I'm like lugging like my own little piece of luggage that rolls like a thing of brie cheese. It's huge. It's humongous. And so outside of that, that's going to last
lotion?
me. I'm not. Thank you for bringing that up. No, I've grown up. Could you imagine 2 pounds of lotion?
I'm so glad you've grown up from that.
Wait, did you just say you use lotion for your hair?
Yeah. Yes, Jenny.
Philip,
you've actually admitted this on the podcast.
Jenny, it was another time.
I mean, we all make mistakes.
I'm sure I did. So that's why I wasn't too upset.
I think it was a you're welcome
Look,
once. I think you were like,
the logic was sound.
Just a healthy tip here. Use lotion instead of hair gel. And I was like, no, bro.
Don't do that.
The logic was there. If it melts, it goes into your scalp. It's a lotion there. It's great. Whatever. Now I'm a new man. I'm a new person. Way to go, Suavecito. You too can promote.
Was it a woman who changed you?
It's always a woman, isn't it, David?
I think so. Yeah.
Speaking of women in our lives, let's get to our main topic
/ game. Well, folks, as we all know, Mother's Day is either just around the corner or it just was here. So, to commemorate the holiday this year, we are playing a very special Mother's Day game. We are going to be having all of our wonderful moms on the podcast this year, as we've done in previous years, and we are going to be playing a game with them. Now, first up on the docket, the Mother Amorine herself, Caprice, are you there?
I am here. Thank you very much, Jenny.
Hi, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Welcome back on the podcast, Caprice.
Thank you. This is my favorite podcast. I'm glad to be here.
I would be worried if it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Any of your other kids host a podcast?
No.
Oh, there you go.
Beth used to.
No, really?
Right. That's right. She did.
I did not know that.
It's 3 episodes strong, if memory serves.
Exactly.
So since you are our first mom being featured on the podcast, I will go ahead and explain the rules of the game. We are doing newlywed style game where we are going to, well, actually, in this case, David has a couple questions for you. Philip will not hear the answers to these questions as you respond to them. So we're going to hear your answers first, and then Philip will be brought back on after David asks you questions, and it will be his job to answer the questions according to what he thinks your answers are. If both you and Philip say the exact answer, then Philip gets a point. If you have different answers, then there are no points given.
Okay, got it.
There you go. Same as last year.
Before I go, Mom, just a prep for you.
We have a tradition.
Yes, we do have a tradition. So yes, go ahead.
Well, every time you come onto the podcast, you bring with you a funny Philip story.
Yes. Yes, I have one, David. I have one. Philip, I think, was around 10, and my mother was having an outpatient procedure, and she needed to come home and just rest. And so we thought we'd just spend the day playing games and watching movies. And Philip's favorite game at that point was Catchphrase. And it came to him, and what it is on Catchphrase, you have this device, and it shows, someone's name, an item, and you're supposed to describe it to the other people playing the game without actually saying what it is and seeing if you can get them to say. So it's Philip's turn, and he goes, okay, guys, ready? And we're like, yeah. He goes, this man lays with cows. We lost it. I'm like, well, I don't even know who this is, and I don't know that I want to know who this is. That's gross. I mean, and my mom, as she's supposed to be quiet, she's like, ow, ow, I'm not supposed to laugh. Stop, stop. And it was fine. Anyways, do you want to know who this man was?
Yeah, who? I'm curious.
Sitting Bull.
I know who this is. Chief Sitting Bull.
He was young, and to this day, when I hear anybody mention Sitting Bull, I just laugh. Like, yeah, but he lays with cows, so we don't really talk about him much. I mean,
priceless.
All right. And with that, Philip, you should take your headphones off because we are now going to start the game.
Get out
All
of
right,
here.
Mom, remember, if they ask us what our favorite synchronized move is, it's the lawnmower, all right?
Okay, lawnmower, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, he's gone.
He's gone.
Well, he's going to... Okay, there he goes. For those listening at home, he's just in the background right now, just standing doing stuff. All right, David, you have the questions this round, so go ahead.
Caprice, we're going to start easy here.
Okay.
This should be an easy point for you guys.
Okay.
What is Philip's first grab on the Thanksgiving dinner table?
Oh, I would have to say the dinner rolls.
Ooh.
Dinner, like bread rolls, right?
Bread rolls, yes. Mm-hmm.
Of course. I do believe that I've heard Philip mention those bread rolls before.
Oh, my sister-in-law makes them. His aunt, homemade. They're the best.
You may have a point waiting for you on the other side of this. Okay.
I hope so.
This one's kind of about you, but it's also about Philip. What song reminds you of Philip?
There's so many. I'm not sure this is the exact title, but it's that one from Stepmom, the movie. It used to be our song. No, I'm going to go with Feliz Navidad. I know.
Feliz Navidad.
Okay.
At Christmas, we used to always sing that together, and he makes the sound effects. It's hilarious, but I don't think we're going to get that point. But
All right, well, we'll see. What celebrity does Philip have a little crush on?
Oh, please. Ariana Grande.
I already know you're going to get that point.
At one point, she was free, and I texted him. I said, "Oh my gosh, you're in." I don't know if she's still available, but
nice to have a supportive mother. My celebrity crush would definitely be Ana de Armas, but I don't think my mom knows her name.
That would be challenging.
How old was Philip when he had his first kiss?
Yeah, that I know about. I'm gonna say 15.
15?
Yeah.
Got it. Philip came to visit me in Europe. What was the highlight of the trip?
There were many. I sincerely think it was getting to know your friends. He really, really, he talked about that a lot. And he really loved meeting your friends and knowing these people who had come on the podcast as guest speakers. And he was telling me about all of them. So, and every time now that they're on the podcast, I'm like, oh, Philip's met him.
Yeah, that's funny. I introduced Philip to some of my friends over here.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, actually, hold on a second. No, you guys have met. You guys have met a couple times, just never in person.
Yeah,
all right,
exactly.
Well,
yeah.
Those are the 5 questions that I've chosen. Those are the 5 best ones. The other, I have 7 total. The other ones we can forget about.
Okay.
So let's bring Philip back onto the podcast.
Okay.
Let's call out to him via WhatsApp.
Just enjoyed promoting the pod on Instagram. All right, I am back. What is up, everybody? How much trouble are we in, Mom?
We're kind of in some trouble, but just don't forget we're the reigning champions on this game. So
we are the reigning champions.
Yeah.
We're the mother flipping champions.
Yeah.
Literally.
All right, Philip, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Philip, what is your first grab on the Thanksgiving dinner table?
Oh, this one should be easy. It's my Aunt Paula's bread rolls.
Hey! Ding, ding, ding,
That's
ding, ding.
one for you.
Nice.
Point Philip.
Yes, way to go, Mom.
Philip, what song reminds your mother of you?
Oh, see, what's hard about this is that there's like 7 for her. So to narrow down which of the 7, I mean, I'll say one and she'll be like, yeah, I could see how you got there. Because I could honestly make a case that it's Shania Twain, I Feel Like a Woman. I could make a case that it's La Bamba. I could make a case that it's Feliz Navidad. I could say it's Jerome by Lizzo. Let's go with out of all of those, I guess I'll go Elvis, You Ain't Nothing Like a Hound Dog.
Oh, Philip.
No. Sorry, but you did say the correct answer.
Say the correct answer.
You listed the correct answers. Feliz Navidad.
Yeah.
I thought it was too Christmas for her right now. I thought that was like we were in prime non-Christmas mode right now. Darn it.
We're like as far as you can get from Christmas at the moment, pretty much.
Yes.
All right, Philip, let's see. I can't imagine you getting this wrong. What celebrity does Philip have a little crush on?
I don't know if she would. I don't think she would not know about Ariana Grande. I'm trying to think if she would think of anybody else. Maybe Jessica Alba. I know that she knew about that.
I used to have a crush on Jessica Alba when I was young.
Oh my God, Jessica Alba, Good Luck Chuck is like, sorry, but guys, sorry.
Hello, Mom here.
Sorry, Mom.
Your mom is right here, Phil.
Yeah, just to show you how powerful Jessica Alba is. It's Mother's Day for her too. Let's go with Ariana Grande. I believe in my mom knowing that.
And you should, of course.
Okay. Wonderful.
Of course, that is 2 points out of 3 possible points so far. Philip, how old does your mom think you were when you had your first kiss?
That's so funny. Wow, that's funny. How old does she think I am? I had my first kiss. I don't think she knows. I think she might even know who my first kiss is, but I don't think she knows at what age that was. Because to be quite frank, I don't know what age that was. Let's go with. I bet that she would think. I think she would think 17.
Ooh, no,
16?
not 17. 15. Your mom has way more faith in you than you think she does.
Yeah, no kidding. Way to go, Mom. No, I think the true answer there is 16, I think.
Okay, all right. Split the difference. Split the difference and you get there. Okay, Philip, final question for a possible third point going up against Jennie and I and our respective mothers.
We need this.
Philip, you came to visit me in Europe.
I did.
What was the highlight of the trip?
I don't know how specific. Yeah, no, I don't know how specific she would go. Because, I mean, for me, I would just say Ireland. But if she... So I would just say Ireland. But if not that, then I would say looking at a view in Ireland.
Well, both are wrong. So
Oh, okay.
we both had a much nicer answer than you did.
Oh, was it saying Jackie and David?
No, getting to know my friends.
Oh,
Getting to know my friends.
You were telling me how nice that was, and I just remembered that.
No, that was honestly probably number 2. David's friends, I was shocked at how compatible we all were. I thought that David has a very genuinely good selection of friends, and that's a compliment to him as well as his friends, myself included and Jennie. So, darn it!
This man said Ireland.
Ireland.
Biggest disappointment of the year.
Jennie.
All right.
Jennie, you have got to tell everybody in podcast land, every time I see you, why does the phrase "the rump" come to my mind?
The rump?
Do tell.
Do you know what I'm talking
Jennie?
about?
I'd like to know this as well.
No, I don't. I'm so sorry.
It seems like Jennie would want to know.
Do you know Philip? Philip, you know.
Does this have something to do with Jennie being in Whoville and she cut the Christmas rump or something?
What stage production were you guys in together, and what did they call Philip?
Shrek.
No, Grease.
Oh.
You guys were Grease at ASU. Oh my gosh. And Philip played the rump.
So whenever she looks at you, Jennie, she thinks of my ass. Is what we've learned today on the podcast.
I'm sorry, because I don't remember that. I don't ever. I'm sorry, I don't remember that. All I remember from that show was obviously it was a lot of fun. And
Yes, it was
the perfect stage boyfriend. And we always, one of my favorite memories was we would always pick what burgers we were going to eat on stage.
Oh, yes. Oh God, I remember that now. Oh, that unlocked a great memory.
Were Roger and Jan in Greece
Yes.
I think our sophomore or junior year of college.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So we would always like text each other being like, okay, do you want In-N-Out or do you want Burger King or do you want
Five
Smash Burger?
Guys, Shake Shack. Oh, it was delicious. It was the best excuse to eat food on stage we've ever had in our careers. I loved it, and I loved Jennie for it. Oh, it was delightful.
Oh, yeah, good times.
Wonderful times. Well, besides my rump, Mom, thank you so much for joining us. We have set a standard of 2. I'm hoping that we tie. I'll be completely honest. If David or Jennie and their combos cannot beat us, this will not have been a successful episode as a whole. So I'm hoping that we at least tie.
Yes.
But it's all right. We have a victory in our bag, and I'm sure in coming years we will add to that.
Exactly. We are winners, mijo.
Precisely.
Yes. Love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. I will see you today. People don't know this, but we're recording the day before Mother's Day. So, Mom, happy Mother's Day. I will be seeing you later today for a happy Mother's Day lunch. So I can't wait to see you, Mom. Love you.
Love you. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye. Good to see you.
May I help you?
You talking to me?
I need to talk to you.
A little word of advice.
Welcome.
Oh, you're welcome then.
May I help you? Well, I do believe that we can help you because we all have a little nugget of golden advice that you never asked for.
Little nugget.
That we think is going to make your life immeasurably better. So here's mine. It's very general, but I think it matters. Go to the gym. Go grocery shopping. Do the laundry. Confess to your best friend that you're in love with them. Go do that thing that you're procrastinating doing. You're welcome.
So we all like to buy movie tickets ahead of time, theater tickets ahead of time, just to have it in our back pocket ready to show up so we can get inside the venue immediately. You know what? I differ. My piece of advice to you all is don't buy your movie theater tickets online or ahead of time. Just buy them in person. It is so much easier. You don't have to worry about getting the dates confused. Because I don't know about you, but I've done it several times where I have bought the incorrect date for a movie showtime and I look like a real idiot. So do yourself a favor. Just buy it at the theater. You'll know what time it is and they'll take care of it for you. You're welcome.
I was going to have a different "you're welcome," but inspiration struck me as this segment began. If you want to indulge in snacks, go and record your weekly podcast at your grandmother's house because there are snacks galore and the chips here are divine. Look, now, when looking around for snacks, you might not be going for the primo stuff in your own household, wherever it is you may live. You may not be going for the Chips Ahoy. You may not be going for the Lay's because you're a grown-up now. You can't afford to do that in either cost or in health calories, but calories and money do not count when you're at your grandmother's. So therefore, make sure that whenever you go to your grandmother's, you ask first, but you enjoy the snacks provided for you. You're welcome. We are back with yet another mother. This mother is the mother of David's life. David Hoffman was given birth by Jackie, who I've been taught and told multiple times never to call Mrs. Hoffman, so we will not. Jennie, this is your first time meeting Jackie.
It
so
is
Jennie,
officially.
this is your first warning.
My first warning and only warning.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, hello, Jackie. Nice to meet you officially.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Yes, welcome back, Jackie. We missed you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while. So Jackie, you are familiar with this game. We played this last year. It was just you, me, and your son here when we last played it. However, we now have another year and another host, meaning that Jennie will be asking you this year's questions that hopefully David and you can partner up on and get the same answers on. I will let you know right now, me and my mom have already played, and we set the standard at 2. You got to beat 2, and you're in the lead.
2 out of 5.
Yeah, out of 5. Yeah, 5 questions will be asked to you. You guys got to beat 2, and you'll be in the lead. Should be easy and simple to do. However, remember, Rhonda and Jennie are waiting in the weeds. They will be behind you guys. So, but before we do that, I have a question for you, Jackie. I was wondering if you happen to have a short little story, a short little snippet that you can give us about David. Maybe something, hopefully we are hoping, is embarrassing. Was there ever a time that he was there ever a time that he did something that was just really, really embarrassing that he would hate for the world to know?
Yeah, there was an occasion. We were visiting my parents in Zambia, excuse me, and the then president came over to talk to my parents, and David was just little, and he got up to leave with all his bodyguards and entourage or whatever, and he bent down and shook David's hand, and he says, "It was very nice to meet you, young man, and we will see you soon, I hope." And David pipes up, "See you soon, you big baboon." He fortunately followed on with "In a Wild Crocodile," the whole, and the guy there was a pregnant silence, and then he burst out laughing, and we were all very worried for a moment that he would, that it could have gone the other way, but he had a good sense of humor. So yes, it was.
Thank goodness. His styles of insults have still yet to grow from that, Jackie. I hope you know. He calls me a great baboon each and every episode, at least once.
Facts.
Facts, yes. Jennie, you've got some questions for Jackie, but in order to ask them, we're going to have to ask David to leave. So, Jackie, we're going to ask for your verification that David does indeed leave.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, David.
Okay.
All right, Jackie. So it's just you, me, and Phil now. I have some questions I prepared for you. And I'm just getting to know you, so I might change them a little bit depending on what I'm learning about you. So my first question for you, do you like to cook at home, Jackie?
I do.
Okay.
She cooks a mean sourdough.
Oh, excellent. Okay, well, then my question is, according to David, what is your best home-cooked meal? What meal do you cook in your kitchen that David considers the number one?
You want a very specific or?
Yeah, it could honestly be anything. Like a dish, yeah.
Pasta?
Is
that too general?
Is there a specific pasta, maybe? Is there do you put chicken on it, or is there some special combination or sauce?
Lasagna, maybe?
Lasagna, okay.
We make a lot of pasta at home, so yeah, he really enjoys the pastas.
All right, I will put lasagna
so we'll go pasta, lasagna if pressed.
So that'll be the. Okay. When David was a little boy, did he have a favorite childhood toy? If yes, what was it?
Can I embarrass him?
Go ahead.
Yeah, Jackie, please.
So, what were those? They were called the Teletubbies. Yes.
Yes.
He never saw the program on TV, but we walked in the supermarket. He saw this red thing. He picked it up, and I had to buy it. He would not put it down.
Poe was his favorite.
He loved Poe.
It was red.
Oh, that's funny. The red Teletubby, in case he doesn't know the lore as much as you and me, Jennie.
Poe, but we'd never watched Teletubbies at home, so he didn't even know who they were, but it was,
Well, listen, they're pretty cool. I don't blame little David for liking them.
Yeah, but he probably wouldn't have said that. He probably would have said his Brio train set, I think.
His Brio train set? Okay, I will leave the floor open to having both. But thank you for sharing that.
Appreciate it.
I want to see if he says anything. Okay, my next question for you is, he actually answered this a little bit earlier, but I want to see what your answer is. What is David's celebrity crush?
Oh gosh, I don't know what her name is.
Well, can you describe who are you thinking of right now?
Maybe we'll be able to figure it out for you.
Oh no, I can't. I don't even know what movies she starred in. If I saw her, maybe I'd recognize her, but I know there's a lass that he thinks is gorgeous. She has brown hair. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
So bad with celebrity names.
It's all right. We have a backup question just in case, so it's all right.
Okay, cool.
Okay. What is your favorite vacation spot, Jackie?
The beach.
The beach? Is there a specific beach that's your favorite?
Actually, Malindi, I think.
Melindia? Ooh.
Malindi.
Malindian Beach.
On the coast of
Malindi
Kenya.
Beach.
On the coast of Kenya. All right, perfect. Thank you. Did you have you seen David dance ever at weddings?
Oh yes.
Okay.
David loves to dance.
Is there a dance move that you would consider like his ultimate best dance move that he just has to use every single time he's at a wedding? Does he like to bring people in and gather in a circle and dance together, or does he just kind of like stay on the side?
No, he's a very social dancer. Yeah, he's not a shy he's an extrovert. So yeah.
Ooh, how about this then? To steer the question, do you know if there's any songs at weddings that he's like, oh, this is my jam, I am running out there and dancing?
No, he has lots. So there's nothing specific. No.
Okay. Well,
Sorry,
I will
I'm
say.
not being very helpful.
Oh no, you're fine. What we'll do is I will. The question will be, is like, do you like to dance at weddings? What do you like to do at weddings? And he'll answer in another way, and that'll be the correct answer. So now, out of all of David's acting projects, do you have one that you consider your favorite? Which performance have you seen him in that you remember liking the most?
Wow.
I know there's a lot to choose from, but
yeah, I would have to say that when he was still at school, there were a few that I really liked. I think when he played Pontius Pilate, I liked that.
Pontius Pilate?
Yeah. But I mean, that was quite a serious role. I do like his comedic roles. I mean, one in particular that's coming to mind that wasn't really a formal performance, so to speak, but he did in high school, he did like an interview every morning in Spirit Week. I think it was Spirit Week, with two friends, and they sort of did keeping up to date with what was happening, and it was absolutely hilarious. It was brilliant.
So sorry, which role did you say this was?
This was just it was like an interview, they did three of them.
A morning talk show host.
In fact, it was just two actually, Rutger and him. Yeah, like a morning keeping up to date with what's happening in school type of thing in that Spirit Week, so to speak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was hilarious. But him and his friend did a brilliant job. Yeah, it was very popular with all the kids. So.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Jackie. Those are my questions for you. Let's go ahead and get David back on the pod.
Right here.
All right, David. Now it is your turn. I asked her some questions, and she gave us some fantastic answers.
Okay.
So,
challenge has been laid by Philip.
My first question for you, David. What was your favorite childhood toy? Your mom gave us an answer for this, but we want to see what your answer is.
Childhood is very lengthy
Broad.
period of time. Yeah.
How about we say within the first 7 years of life? Just what was there?
Hey,
years.
Jenny, we don't know. We don't know that toy is limited to the first 7 years of life.
No, that was.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go with I'm just gonna go with a stuffed toy, and I'm hoping that that's the right answer. I'm gonna say I had a little stuffed cat called Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I love this game. I'm
guessing that's the wrong answer.
It is the wrong answer.
Oh, no.
Information you shared, but you were on the right track. You said a stuffed toy. Now,
oh no,
Jackie said that she remembers how much love you had for Poe the Teletubby.
I'm sorry.
I don't even remember this. I mean, I remember liking Teletubbies, but
she also said that answer, or it could have been your favorite train set.
Oh yeah, that was great.
But so you
I
did
have a
not get that
stuffed
one.
Teletubby?
You did.
I don't even remember
Wait,
that. I
from
don't
when
even
you
remember
were
it.
before you turned 2. Before
Oh, well, how am I supposed to know that?
but
You were there,
you had
David.
it for a while. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bad start. Bad start.
It's all good. So next one, this might be a little bit easier for you to get here. So what do you consider to be your mother's best home cooked meal? What does she cook in her kitchen that you're like, oh, this is number one?
Everything.
Good answer. That even if that's not the right answer, that is the right answer. Very good, David. Very good.
Yeah.
We're going in the
mean-
category of dish, by the way. What is her best dish?
Dish. I mean, pasta's too broad. I don't even know what my favorite is, let alone what she thinks my favorite is. I'm gonna say lasagna.
Ah, one for you. You got it right.
Oh my God, you went down the exact trail. Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
Yes.
All right.
Wow.
Your mom has told us what her favorite vacation spot is. We have 2 different answers for this and go either way. What do you think is your mom's favorite vacation spot?
Now we don't really vacation in a traditional, because every time when I was growing up, we would always go visit family somewhere, or there's a couple ways this could go. I mean, we love to ski, but I think mine would first go to warm weather locales. Now, I would like to think that she would pick somewhere that I've actually been, because I know she spent her honeymoon in the Seychelles, which I've never been there, so I wouldn't know. I'm gonna say, I don't know how specific, but I'm gonna say Malindi or broader Kenya.
We'll give it to you. That's correct. She said the beach.
Malindi is in Kenya, so
Yes, she specifically
Very
said
nice.
Malindi on the coast of Kenya. So that's 2 for you,
there
David.
you go.
All right. We asked about how
I think
you
we're
are at
already
weddings.
doing better than last year. Sorry.
Yeah, we are.
Last year we got 1.
Oh, really? Oh, no. Okay, so we talked about when you go to attend weddings. Like, do you like to dance at weddings, David? Now, what did you think your mom said? Do you like to be the center of attention and dance and be super social? Or do you like to stay on the sideline and kind of just like bop to the groove and just don't really participate?
Definitely the first one.
Oh, okay. And that's what she said. So that's 3 for you.
Yeah, definitely.
The thing is, I would be right there with him. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, now I'm curious. So I actually had a different version of this question. David, what do you consider your signature dance move? So let's teach the class. What's your best dance move that you do at weddings?
I don't know. I don't know that I can describe it. Like I don't do the lawnmower, or I don't do the. I know. I'm not that, or the sprinkler.
The shopping cart eludes you.
No, yeah. I don't know. Like I try to move my feet. I feel like a lot of people dance without their feet, so I like to like shuffle my feet around a bit.
Oh, very nice.
So I'll just go with that. I don't know if that's a signature move of anybody, but
He's a foot shuffler.
Well, I mean,
can't be afraid to make a fool of yourself. Otherwise, you won't have quite as good of a time.
all right. So final question that I asked Jackie. Now, out of all of your acting projects, I know there's been a lot. I asked her which one she considers to be her favorite. What do you think her answer would be? What is according to Jackie, what is her favorite project that you've ever done?
Does it have to be professional?
Well, no, actually, no. It could be anything that was in school.
Oh, then it must have been in school, because most of my acting credits professional credits were in the U.S. and the ones that I did over here were all like TV that she wouldn't have seen. So
there's 2 different answers that could be correct here.
Oh. I'm gonna say, so it must be a high school production. I'm gonna say it's either Aladdin or Jesus Christ Superstar. I would say maybe she preferred Aladdin, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll go with Aladdin.
I forgot about that one.
Oh no!
That is incorrect. So she gave us 2 different answers. She said Pontius Pilate. Or she mentioned how during Spirit Week in school, you used to be a talk show host. And she said you were hilarious.
You and Rutger.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
I didn't even think of that, to be honest. That doesn't really... I mean, I wouldn't call that an acting credit necessarily.
Well, no,
it airs on the side of unprofessional when you said...
Well, David, you are currently in the lead
still
now.
Waiting for my first paycheck.
Because you got 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. But for the record, Pontius Pilate in Jesus Christ Superstar was the other one that I was thinking. I went with Aladdin.
Okay.
Aladdin was actually middle school. But anyway.
Oh, all right. Very good.
It was Aladdin Jr. Ugh.
No, it was brilliant. I loved it.
Were you Janir or Jafar, David?
Oh, good question. What? Tell us.
I was Joe wherever I are.
Yeah. You were Jatri in the background.
Oh my god.
I was actually, I don't know what kind of joke you were making there, Phil, but I was actually Jafar in Aladdin.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I gathered. You give off Jafar energy.
You typecast, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I consistently played the bad guy in high school. But anyway, let's move on. Sorry, Jenny, go ahead.
I feel that. But yes, thank you so much, Jackie. That comes to the end of this round of our Mother's Day game. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been so nice getting to know you and learning some awesome tea about David. Well, thank you so much again. It was thank you so much for coming on, and we hope to see you in the future very soon. And happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you so much.
Happy Mother's Day, Jackie.
Thanks, Phil. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that slaps. So, if you know what this is, then here we are. If you don't, this is where we recommend to you a little piece of entertainment or media that we have enjoyed recently, that we want to recommend to you, and that we think that you should check out. So, I'm going to keep it simple. I haven't seen many movies or any movies this week, and I certainly haven't had the time to watch TV. So, this is going to be a song, and it's an oldie because I haven't discovered anything new this week. But it is My Immortal by Evanescence. It came across me on social media, and you know what? That song, it slaps.
That indeed. Well, I will be the different one this week, unless Philip has a movie. I have a movie. I mentioned at the beginning of this episode that I am working through the works of Wes Anderson, and I will now be revealing which movie I saw first. It was The Grand Budapest Hotel.
That's
and
the one that I've seen.
My God, that movie is fantastic. I loved every single second. I love the story. I love the historical inspiration and the context it was based on. And I will say Ralph Fiennes is fantastic in this role. This is the best I have ever seen him out of all the movies that I've seen him in. Please do yourself a favor. I know this movie came out years ago, but if you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? Go see The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Would you regard him as a fine actor?
To be honest, I haven't seen him in enough movies to be able to answer that question.
Well,
I've only seen a few movies him. Oh, yes? Okay, good. Well, I really enjoyed his performance, as well as many others in this movie. What a great cast. So go see that movie. That slaps.
Regarding Ralph Fiennes' performances, The Prince of Egypt says "Hold My Weave," but that's that. I digress. For this week, for Mother's Day, I am going with a song that is more so my mother, but hey, we all have songs that we enjoy together. One of the songs that I did not list earlier that I am remembering now that my mom loves to, will dance to, will do a workout to. If there's one person she loves who is a current artist who she could probably tell you his entire catalog, his entire library, would be Bruno Mars, and headlining that entire playlist would be indeed Uptown Funk. Uptown Funk You Up will be my song this week by Bruno Mars and Mark Ronson, or I believe it's Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars. I don't remember, but either way, Uptown
Correct.
Funk,
It is. Mark Ronson
that
is
certainly slaps.
The third and final mother to come on as a guest on this episode of the podcast. Welcome, Jenny's mom, Rhonda. Welcome on to Roast and Toast.
Thank you. There was the pause because we have just established a new name for this podcast. So yes, we're still feeling it out. So hi, Mom.
Great.
For the audience at home, I'm hugging her.
Welcome, Rhonda. Now, Rhonda, I have a personal question for you over here. Each and every time I get a chance to introduce the podcast, I introduce, we are your hosts, David, Philip, and Jennie. Now, I realize that when you gave birth to Jennie, you probably did not say to the doctor as you held your bouncing, beautiful baby girl, you said, please name her Jennie. But for some reason, I have that in me every time to introduce her as such. Do I have your blessing and acceptance to introduce her as such every now and then? Do I have that from you, Rhonda?
Full rights. Absolutely.
All right. Yeah.
But a lot of times it is that Forrest Gump Jennie.
Jennie.
That's what she gets in our house.
That sounds like where it is from. Yes. My goodness. Very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart.
I don't think that's where it's from. I get the link, Philip, but I think you just do that. You go, Jennie, because you like to be
It's original.
But yeah, like peas and carrots. Okay, well, Rhonda, before we get started here with the game, I'd like to know, we'd like to know, if you have a funny Jennie story to share with the audience and with Philip and I.
Okay.
A little tidbit.
One thing we talked about earlier was about Jennie. Mark and I, mom and dad, were both huge athletes. So we tried Jennie in every sport known to man, trying to find her sport: basketball, tennis, soccer. Wasn't having it. She did do swimming, and she hung with swimming for a little while. And we were at a meet one time, and I don't know how far you were swimming. But
I don't remember that. I just don't have any
she
memories.
was always the
sports.
absolute last one to finish her race. I think she probably did a few somersaults on the way, down the lane.
I do have a level of showmanship with
absolutely.
all my
It's a
sports activities.
But she came back around, and they were ready for the next race, letting Jennie finish. And she came around after she got out of the water, and she was so excited. And she actually had shaved a second off her personal best time. And we just cheered for her because, she was doing her best. And then we found theater, and that was her sport, and singing. So we did find her sport eventually, but it was not athletic. But we cheered her on for that 5-minute, 50-yard dash that got her nowhere. But
the best 7th place I could ever get.
Absolutely. I think she got, back then everybody got a ribbon, so it was on her wall.
Well, good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
What a beautiful, beautiful ribbon that we all, I'm sure, will get to see at some point in time. That Jennie
to see if I still have it. I don't know if I have it still.
With all
we got to see it
awards.
going forward, Jennie, in the background.
Yeah.
Well,
okay, perfect. I'll make sure it's there.
Yes.
It seems, Rhonda, you take less pleasure in embarrassing your children than Philip's mother does.
Yes. Well, yes. I would never do that. Never.
Yes. Well, bless you, Rhonda. Bless you.
Well,
let's see if we can get some
we'll
second
encourage you to.
Yeah. Right now.
Well,
okay.
All right. So let's do it. We know that by now the audience is familiar with how the game works, and Jennie has done the wonders and joy of letting you know how the game works going forward. So we'll take this moment to ask Jennie to kindly step away just for now while we get a few questions and answers out of you, Rhonda, and then we'll bring her back shortly. So Jennie, please. Get out of here.
All right. I'm going to hide in the back room.
Going into a soundproof
get out of
booth.
here.
Yeah.
And don't take the AirPod with you, Jennie.
Yeah, we can see it.
Jennie, are we in your...
I saw the AirPod.
We're in your ear.
Yeah.
I saw the AirPod.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Sneaky one there, Jennie.
Yeah,
Nice
very
try.
sly. Very sly.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right, Rhonda. I have been assigned to ask you a couple questions. Now, just so you know, and Jennie already knows this, the goal that you two have to beat, or at least tie. You can either lose, which is possible. Me and my mom have already lost. We only got 2. David and his mother, Jackie, have made a record of 3. You have to at least reach 3 to tie with them or any higher, and you guys win. And I know how competitive you are, so I wanted to let you know how far you have to go here. Okay, so here we go. First question that we'll have you answer, and then we'll see if Jennie compares here.
Here we go.
What is Jennie's favorite animal?
Oh, I am going to say that it's otter.
Otter, that's your answer. Okay.
Yes,
I will write down
because
otter.
that's a thing.
That is a thing.
She loves her dogs and cats, but I think if she'd answer the question, she will say otter.
Otter. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent answer. I would say that as well, but we could see a surprise here. What is your favorite performance of Jennie's.
Besides Grease.
Besides, amen.
college.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. It was my favorite performance of hers as well.
Yes. And I'm going to go probably off. Oh boy. Because she's going to pick a show probably. Because she performed with the Tempe Symphony Orchestra one time and sang I Dreamed a Dream with the full orchestra. And that was phenomenal.
Oh.
But yeah, I think she's probably going to say a show. Her performance, I think she might go with The Wiz.
The Wiz.
And she was Aunt M in The Wiz.
Okay.
Is my favorite performance.
Question number 3.
My favorite.
Oh, yeah. What was your 3? What is your favorite?
No, my favorite.
Yeah, what is
I
your
think she
favorite?
might say, okay, I'm going to go with The Wiz.
You're going to go with The Wiz. She'll believe that it's The Wiz. Okay. Okay, so question number 3 here.
Mm-hmm.
At what age would Jennie say she had her first kiss? At what age would Jennie say she had her first kiss?
I'm going to say it's 14.
14.
I think we're highlighting a very big difference between mother-daughter relationships and mother-son relationships here.
Very
Philip.
much.
Well,
very
I know
much so.
who it was, and I know the details.
You see, that is not the case with my mother.
Yes. Likewise, Rhonda. Likewise, we shared that question with me and my mom, and it was miscommunication on that one. So, okay, here we go, Rhonda. What is one word to describe where or how you and your husband first met? And then if you don't mind, share with us how you and your husband met. So first of all, first part, that will be part of the question. What is one word to describe where or how you and your husband met? So for instance, it could be drive-in, it could be dance, it could be church. What would you say one word is?
Okay. I'm going to say, can the one word be Prescott?
Yeah, absolutely. Prescott.
Okay, I'm going to say Prescott.
And then if you don't mind, what is the story of Prescott?
The story, oh boy, our story of getting together is really long, but the long story short is we were up at the rodeo, July 4th. They have the big rodeo up in Prescott.
Okay.
Mark doesn't rodeo, but there's a lot of parties up there. So we were all up for the parties. And I actually met a friend of Mark's. And to make a long story short, we came down and I went out with a friend and I brought a friend for Mark, but she didn't really like Mark. So we switched dates that night down here in Phoenix.
Oh, I see.
It was a good trade. I made a great trade. But yes, so I definitely was Prescott and rodeo. We were at Matt's Saloon, if you know the area.
Okay.
So that's when I first met him. And there's even a better story that when we're not on the air, I can tell you. But.
Absolutely. All right. Sounds good. I can't wait to hear it. All right. So the word is Prescott that we'll be looking for from Jennie. And here's our last question here that I need answered from you, Rhonda. I know we all love Jennie here, but what would you, Rhonda, what would you say is either your biggest pet peeve or least loved thing Jennie does?
Oh, I'm going to say that she might say that she's on her phone.
On her phone. Okay. On her phone too much.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that answers all 5 of my questions. I will send her back right now and we'll get scoring promptly.
Okay. Can't wait to hear. We were talking. Now, do I get to hang out?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
How I answer the questions.
I took the center seat.
And we'll test how good of a daughter I am.
I know.
Yes, exactly.
Rhonda, absolutely no hints. Okay.
Yeah, no hints, no Morse code.
I caught out Philip and Caprice last year.
Oh, she was signing each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What? I didn't know that.
Caprice was given some hints. Yep.
Oh, okay. No, none of our secret language.
No hints.
No. Okay. I think we're gonna nail it anyway.
Absolutely. All right. So, Jennie, the question that I first gave your mother: what is Jennie's favorite animal? What do you think Rhonda answered to that?
I don't think she knows this information. Well, I mean, do you know this information? My favorite animal is an otter, but I would say that Mom might say dog or ocelot or something like that. Or he said otter. I don't know.
Can we get a definitive answer, Jennie?
Yeah, what's the answer?
I think Mom would say Otter. Well, I'm confident that you know my favorite animal.
And to start out the game, she is a point in the positive.
Oh,
Jennie.
excellent.
I've sent you otter memes.
You have it's okay. You have sent me otter memes. I'm so sorry. I do. Yeah, we'll talk about ocelots. That's a whole other ball game. Yeah.
She's also hinted that she listens to the podcast, and Jennie, you refuse to stop mentioning how much you love otters on the podcast.
So
Oh,
nor
yes.
should she, David.
That's
Nor
true.
should she.
You do listen to the podcast. Oh
No,
my gosh.
I know,
Already
I know.
proving.
I
Anyway.
got you.
All right, bring it on. Question 2. Let's go.
Question 2, we asked Rhonda, what is your favorite performance of Jennie's? And again, we asked Rhonda this, Jennie, so it's not your own favorite performance. What is her favorite performance of yours?
Well, what comes to mind first is that I know how much one performance in particular that gets talked about a lot. It's not a show. It was more like a one night only thing where I sang "I Dreamed a Dream" with the Arizona Wind Symphony, and that seems to be like the one thing that always gets talked about here. So I'm gonna go with that.
And you are 1-1. That was mentioned. We had heard that by Rhonda, but she said that she was going to go with this. Yeah, which one did you say, Rhonda? Which one did you say?
I said that I thought you had mentioned a show. You wouldn't go with that show, so I went with The Wiz when you were in Jam.
The Wiz? Oh wow, that's digging real deep, far back.
Well, I gave Grease an honorable mention because
Oh, of course, because my stage boyfriend is on this podcast. Yes. Oh, The Wiz, huh? Okay, I'll have to remember that.
Yeah.
That was I
thing-
did enjoy that one.
The one thing that I think we've learned on this episode is that our parents never seem to appreciate our finest work, but something from like way back when.
Remember when you were 3? I liked you then.
Oh yeah. In the production of I Believe in Make Believe at VYT Summer Camp. Yes.
That was awesome. But I'll say we had the same thought process. through
Okay.
that
Yes.
whole thing.
Again,
So,
it's
You
that same
never
line of
talk
thought.
about that one, so that I didn't think that at all.
Okay.
But that's good. I know that now. Question 3, please.
Yes, question 3, which I was surprised at the answer here. At what age would Jennie say she had her first kiss?
Oh, I knew this was coming. Well, my mother is very aware of this story because she was there right after the moment happened. So this was in high school for me. So I was, she was there, so she would know that I was 16.
Oh,
Did you not say 16?
I said 14.
No!
I said it's either 14 or 16.
You
I
were there.
said I know who it
You
is.
were there.
You guys know each other so well, but you're bad with numbers.
Yes, absolutely. So it's all right.
Oh man, the disgust, the disdain she shared.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
14 to 16. Oh my goodness.
Now we have to finish strong.
Now we're trying, man.
Yes, you guys have 1 out of the 3, but you still have a potential to tie David and Jackie, which is still up in the air. All right, here we go. I asked Rhonda, what is one word to describe where or how you and your husband first met? And then I asked her for the story itself. But what you need to answer, Jennie, is what you think your mom said that one word to describe where or how her and your dad first met was.
Whoa.
It's a
well,
tough question.
I know the
I have to say,
story.
this is one of the toughest questions from this episode.
I know the story pretty well. They met in Prescott, and it was on July 4th, or around that time. There was a rodeo happening. Interesting. Well, I do remember, I don't know, I'm sure you already talked about this, but
Light details.
light details. Okay, so the reason why they met each other because they were dates for other people. So she came with one date, or no, she came with her friend, and he came with his friend. And they were originally paired with the other person, but then her friend said, can I have yours? I'm taller than my father. So they flipped, and then the rest was history. One word. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know it's not going to be right, but I'm going to say, damn.
You were right there, Jennie. The words were right there. It was
Really?
Prescott. The word was Prescott we were looking for.
I thought it was supposed to be a description.
Well, she said to pick one word. So that
Okay.
was my one word to
That was
describe.
the one word. All right.
Okay,
so
great.
you two are not eligible to win. David
Could have
and
been
Jenny.
swapsies.
Listen,
Could've
it's our
been
first
swaps.
time, so we'll
thought
get it
about
next
swap.
year.
I thought about
get it.
swap,
I don't
but-
suppose the other pair ended up together, did they?
No, they dated for a few months, but now they are married to.
But even
happily
that
married
is
to other people.
quite
An
something.
achievement. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
a good trade. No, it's a good trade.
Yes. Well, you guys are not eligible to win, and that's totally fine. But now you are playing for second place, something me and my mom would be shocked to take home at our 2 points victory. So here we go. The last question I asked your mother, Jenny. I said, I know we all love Jenny here, but what would you say is either your biggest pet peeve or least loved thing Jenny does?
There's so many.
Where do I start? No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. So I always have an issue with I care too much about things or I take things too seriously.
Now I'm in trouble.
So I always whenever I do something wrong at something, my mother will approach it as I want to teach you something, but I have a very hard time not approaching it from a personal way. So I always it's like I got this number wrong on this one thing. Oh, I get all upset. And then she's like, no, I just want to teach you. So I'd say, like, to put it into one word, is just taking things too personally. Taking errors too personally.
That's wonderful. I'm glad you have that lesson. Can we not tell her what I said?
What did you say?
I will say that, Jenny, you
I'll
are
let Philip
incorrect.
tell you.
Yeah, you are incorrect. And if you could stop looking at your phone, Rhonda will be the one to tell you what your what it is that she least
So not
loved.
for one thing, but the other one. Got it. Okay.
Yes. So,
But Jenny, it's a lesson. You can learn. Come on.
Okay.
well, the important thing here is that we have found a way to bring forth all of our mothers into this show. We love and cherish each and every one of them. Rhonda, you are, of course, no exception. You are a sterling example of motherhood. We hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. Thank you so much for coming onto the show. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks, Mom.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
And we'll get them
your
next
moms.
year. This is our
I
first
know,
time, so we
exactly.
get beginners.
I'll be back.
Beginners.
We're
yeah.
going to have some chats before.
Oh yeah, a lot of talk's going to happen.
Learn everything
That's
about one another.
Perfect.
All right, well, we've reached the end of this very special episode. So before we sign off, we have a few people to thank.
Thank you to Cass and Crossland and Jake Corlang for the music on the show. We love you guys.
Thanks to Ryan Ardell.
And to Josh Hans for all the audio bits you get to hear throughout the show. And thank you.
And to the moms.
And to the moms,
Yes.
absolutely.
Thank you to
And
mothers
to-
near and far, all across the land. We love you,
Wherever
mothers.
you are.
We love you so
We
much.
are mother lovers here on the Roast and Toast podcast.
And last but not least, thank you to
You've
you,
thrown Jenny off her rhythm.
the listener, for tuning in. So please, if you haven't already, thank you so much. Please go follow us on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you can find us on major social media goodness. And you can also please find us on all of our streaming sites on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, but don't even think about going to Pandora because I heard she is shady and she doesn't love you. So don't go there.
All right, is the feast put out? Yes. Oh my God, there's a bear over there. Get it away, shoot away. Wait. It looks like a mama bear. Well, it is a Mother's Day feast. Come on in. Enjoy some rolls.